This day's gotten off to an interesting start. It's 1:14 in the morning. I woke up and realized my phone was almost dead because my charger cable had quit. Yay. So, I went out to start my car and the battery light is on. And I've just put a new battery on that thing not too long ago, so that tells me my alternator's probably going out. So I had to unload all the limbs out of the back of my truck to drive. And thank goodness now we have a 24-hour gas station in town, or I would have had to driven to the next town, but I didn't. And on the way back, I almost hit a deer, like almost to the point of I saw the whites of its eyes, deer. So I'm awake right now. I'm wide awake, even though I was exhausted, and I still am, but that's okay. It's all good. I'm here. I didn't hit the deer. I got a charging cable. Everything's good. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I can go back to sleep now. Never a dull moment. Good morning, everybody. As you saw, my day has already been off to an interesting start. Fortunately, things calmed down quite a bit after that, and I got some good sleep. I've been up doing a few things here in the house. It's a little bit after 8 o'clock. I've got to go out and do a little bit of feeding. Probably just fill up water this morning for everybody, and then when I get home, it won't take me very long to go around and feed. I need to leave out in time to catch the post office before they close, since it's a Saturday, so I can mail Maria's long overdue package. It's right over there. And I need to go by the feed store. I'm going to have to drive my truck today because I don't know what that battery light is on my car. I'm afraid that it means my alternator is going bad, because I'm pretty sure that battery is not that old, because I bought a battery for my car and a battery for my tractor this fall at some point. So I'm afraid that means I don't know if that means there's a bad connector or the alternator's going bad, but either way, I can't risk driving it today until I suss out what the problem is. But fortunately, I am lucky enough to have two cars or two vehicles. I have my truck that I can drive, and that's probably better anyway, because that way I can pick up a lot of feed and not have to go back and forth to the feed store multiple times a week. I do that through the week when I'm working because I drive right past there anyway. But when I'm off, like I'm about to be for the next 3 weeks, yay, I don't like to have to drive back and forth that much. So it's probably for the best that I'm taking my car. So I'm trying to put a positive spin on that from last night. You know, my phone did not die. My alarm did go off. Everything, I did not hit the deer. Everything is good. So, anyway, I am sitting here eating breakfast, and don't fight. Don't be hateful. I'm eating pizza, because when you're a grown-up, you can eat whatever you want, even if it's not good for you, for breakfast. And so today, I'm choosing to eat pizza, because I'm out of oatmeal, and I need to go to the grocery store, and that will not happen until Monday. So today, it's pizza. So I'm going to go in and do some grading after I go to the post office and the feed store, finish up grading my class and get grades posted. They're due at noon on Monday this year. They've moved it up a day. So I'm going to get my grading done, and then we have graduation at 1, and we have I know Kimberly is graduating, and I don't know if anybody else is walking or not, but I know Kimberly is graduating, so we'll get a picture with her hopefully at the end. And then I'm going to come home and do my feeding, and I've got to finish those stars. Anyway, I've got to make 10 more stars sometime between now and tomorrow. So that'll happen tonight at some point, which is fine. I found my big upholstery nails. So, did your food bowl attack you there, Muffins? Simon, I don't want your behind on my Coke. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we're doing this morning. Yay! It's Vlogmas day, what is it? 14th day of Vlogmas. Well, I've got my errands run. I have been to the post office. I have been to the feed store and the co-op station, and I have been to Walmart, which is never any fun for me, but whatever. I managed. Morrilton Walmart is usually not too bad. So I don't mind going there. I found the dye for my boots, which is good. I got feed to last for several days, which is good. Put gas in my truck, put some oil in there, because my truck has always used oil for whatever reason ever since I've owned it, especially if I do a lot of hauling. And that's really the only time I drive it, is when I'm pulling a trailer or I'm hauling a big load of stuff. My car this morning, when I turned it on, did not show the battery light, but I can't trust it. So probably Monday I will get up and go to the co-op. It needs the oil changed in it anyway. I'll get up and go to the co-op and have the oil changed and have them test the battery. And if the battery's charged, then it's not the alternator. And it may have just been because it was really cold last night and it was cranky and it didn't want to go on the midnight run to buy a phone charger. Oh, and I also bought 3 more phone chargers. So now I have 4 phone chargers, 4 good ones. So hopefully there won't be any more midnight runs to buy a phone charger. Anyway, I am headed down the highway here. I've got all my feed and everything, like I said. I bought a few more prizes for the year-end show. And I'm headed into my office. I should get there a little bit after 11, which was what my goal was. And that'll give me a little over an hour to grade and get finished. I think I can get done in that time. If not, I'll bring it home with me and finish it up tonight, because I won't be able to do it tomorrow. I won't have any time. I've got to finish the stars for the kids, and I'm going to dye my boots tonight. I washed them last night, so they're clean. I've just got to dye them tonight so I can be working on stars while they're in the dye bath. Hopefully they'll look okay. They're already a royal blue, and I bought navy blue dye, so hopefully the over dye will look okay on them. I think it will. I bought royal blue, or I have royal blue boots, because years ago those were Patriots boots, my first horse. And I wore royal blue on him because he was this beautiful dark chocolate brown bay. And a bay horse is a horse that's got a brown body, and it can be various shades of brown, and black points, so black legs below the knee, black mane and tail, sometimes black ears and a black muzzle. He was a bay, and he was almost a black bay, because you couldn't even hardly tell where his brown changed over into black. He was so dark. And Trixie is like that. Trixie is technically a bay, but her spots are like a dark chocolate brown. Chips is more of a standard bay, where you can see sort of that beautiful warm mahogany brown color. And then I had a horse one time called Cisco, who was a blood bay, which was more of a red brown. But everybody had the black tips. Sterling, who you saw in the video yesterday, is a bay roan. So he has the bay coloring, but then roaning is where they've got white hairs interspersed with their brown hairs. So you get this sort of mottled effect, or marled, I guess in yarn terms, a marled effect. It's called roaning. All of Angel's babies have roaning flecks on them. Some are more prominent than others, but Sterling and Sky are both bay roans. Bo is a Palomino roan. He has roaning in his color as well. And Trixie has some, but hers is not as prominent as the others. Angel always tends to throw to the stallion's color, whatever color he is supposed to give off, but always has that roaning on there. Anyway, so and Appaloosa color genetics are really hard to predict. Paint horse genetics, like the horse you saw yesterday with the big brown and white patches, that's a paint horse. And that particular coat pattern is called Tobiano. Flame is actually a paint, and she's what's called an Overo. And there's rules for how the coloring, the big patches with solid edges is Tobiano, and they usually have solid colored heads. And then Overos have more feathery patches, and she is an Overo, very minimal Overo, but she's an Overo. And you can predict what kind of coat pattern you're going to get when you breed paint horses usually. Also, you're not supposed to breed two Overo horses together, because Overo is a recessive, and there is a recessive linked trait called lethal white that is fatal to the babies. When they're born, they only live a few hours. So it's kind of like, you know, with blue merle collies and stuff, and there's different horses you're not supposed to, different genetics, you know, that you have to be careful of. But with Overos, since they're recessive, that lethal white characteristic is linked to the recessive allele. Anyway, but with Apps, you can't ever tell. I mean, Angel, Sterling, and Sky have the same daddy, and they look incredibly different in terms of their coat patterning. The last 2 times she's thrown leopards, you know, which are the spots all over like she is. She's a leopard coat pattern. So with Apps, it's a little harder to predict. Like Gusty is an Appaloosa. She's a solid, and she could very well have a spotted baby because her mother was spotted. So, you know, you just never know. That's kind of the fun of it, though. As long as they're healthy, I don't really care. Anyway, so I'm headed into the office, and I will check back in with y'all when I get there. Yay, grades are in. Oh gosh, grades are in, yay, yay, yay. All my grades are turned in, so I am done with the semester. That is good news. So now I can move on to new things. I actually have a new prep. Well, not really a new prep, but I got a new textbook for my astrophysics course for the spring. So I'm taking it home with me to look over and work on over the break. And I just got the new Physics Today magazine, which has got a very interesting cover on it. Let's see if I can reach it here. Meteorology then and now. So I'm going to take that home for some light reading over the break. So I am done with my grading. So I'm going to make sure I've got everything shut down here and gathered up, and I'm going to put on my regalia and head over to graduation in a little while. People are starting to get here. Looks like they're running a shuttle service, which is smart because traffic is usually terrible after graduation. So here we go.
Evolving, a way to reach continuously toward a better self. The journey doesn't end. Congratulations. We can't wait to see where you go next.
Are thinking about mentors, major influences in your life. Maybe it was teachers, coaches, a family member that's been an encouragement to you, a boss or a work colleague who really encouraged you to continue forward. Or maybe it's just a person somewhere in your past that has no earthly idea that that encouraging word or that break that they gave you was a difference in your life.
Kimberly Manriquez.
Yeah!
Camry Orr.
Knows the purple and the gray, and in the breezes I see them ever proudly sway. They lead us upward, they lead us onward, they lead to victory. Then let us gather round with loyal hearts.
Another graduation down, taking video. Say hello. Hello. Everyone enjoyed Azita's singing the other day. I caught her coming into the potluck, and she was so excited she was singing.
Food!
That's
Was
right.
it a food song?
Well, no.
I said it was beginning to look a lot like potluck.
guys, you want a treat? Does my girlies want a treat? Yes, I got a treat. I got a treat. Oh, hang on. There we go. There's a treat. Oh, there's a treat. There you go. Oh, did you find the bucket too, Sylvester? Did you find the bucket? Here, let me get in there. All right. Here. Okay. You good babies. You're good babies. I know. You're good. Carrying hay to the rabbits. I try to give them hay every few days. Keeps their stomachs working correctly. They like sweet feed or they like their rabbit feed, but they need a little bit of roughage every now and then. Okay, well, here goes nothing. These were my royal blue leg boots, and I have got them in a navy blue dye bath here on my kitchen stove. I just got some Rit dye is all, and I'm got them. We'll see what happens. And they'll be darker no matter what, and that's all that I wanted. The reason I just didn't buy a new pair is the front boots are about $90 and the back boots are about $120, and if these are still good, why not use them? So I've got them in a big pot here on my stove, and am following the directions for nylon. So I put vinegar in the water, so we'll see what happens. Just keep stirring, right? Okay, Cammie. So if it fits, you sit, son. Kitty, kitty. Kimberly gave Dr. Walker, Dr. Slayton, and myself a thank you card. I think she kind of picked them out special for us, and I thought that was really sweet of her to do. She wrote something very sweet inside. I'm just proud to see her first person in her family to graduate from college. So it was a big day. It was a big day for her. I'm pretty horrible at keeping up with advent calendars apparently, but I went ahead and opened through tomorrow, since I know tomorrow's going to be slam busy at the barn, of the Lollipop Girl Yarns calendar. So I really love these colors. And then Shirley, sneaky that she is, instead of sending me minis on our advent swap, she's sending me these full skeins of this beautiful yarn. And I'm like, Shirley. And I think, don't those all look pretty together? Those 4 colors right there? Or even like these 3 would look, oh, that looks really pretty. That's very tropical. Anyway, I am going to go rinse my leg boots, and then I'm going to get started on cutting out stars. There they are. They didn't take the dye as perfectly as I would like. The Velcro is a little blotchy, but they'll be fine. So I'm very happy with the color that they turned out, and yeah, so get ready and be ready for the show tomorrow. I'm excited. Well, here they are, 14 fabric stars, scaled up to make the most of the print. And then I put hangers on all of them. I put it in the corner so it would hang like that. But I think they turned out really pretty. I hope that the kids and the other, well, not all kids are getting them, not everybody that's getting them is a kid, I should say. Not all the writers in the show are getting one. You know, when you make something, at least to me, I put a little bit of myself in all these things, and it kind of makes me anxious to put that out there. Anyway, so they're done. I'm going to bag them up and go get my stuff together to take to the potluck, and get my boots and my saddle pad and everything all organized so that I can get out the door in the morning. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how these turned out. I think that the fabric, I made the most of the fabric, or at least I tried to. Anyway, all right, I'm going to go get everything together. Well, I think I'm going to call it an evening. It's a little bit after 11, which is much later than I normally sit up. But I got everything done. Everything's gathered up. I'm grabbing a quick late snack here that I'm trying to keep from the dogs from getting. I'm getting assaulted on every side. They are very intent. I have a piece of pizza in this hand over here, and they are very intent upon its final destination. So anyway, I'm going to call it an evening. I hope y'all have had a good day. I look forward to visiting with y'all tomorrow. I appreciate everybody's comments. Like Kirsty said, it's kind of fun to visit with everybody every day. I kind of feel like we're getting to catch up, visit with friends, which is kind of nice. But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed here. I'm gonna relax for a little while and try to get around early in the morning so I can be back to the barn by 10. And yeah, so I hope y'all had a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye. No, you can't have my pizza.